Hey there, folks. I was going to do something else tonight, but I've decided I'm going to reiterate something that I wrote a while ago, a couple of years probably, on my blog, but I've never done it here. And that's, there's this lesson in life that I have figured out, that it's very hard to take, and it's very hard to integrate into your mind. It's also kind of impossible to dispute. It's the kind of thing that would piss a lot of people off, honestly, just to hear it. But it's true, and you can't really fight it once you know it, unless you're incredibly dedicated to hating certain people. And so, this little lesson goes as follows. Bad parents love their children too. Arguably, at least some of them love their children just as much as the better parents. Love is an emotion. Parenting is a skill. And nothing will bring out the flaws in someone's character like having kids. It may be that you could make a case that your parents never should have had children, that they just weren't qualified, and that somehow they should have known beforehand, before doing what everybody does, frankly. The vast majority of people end up having kids at some point. That's a logically weak case, but it is at least consistent. But would you really make that chance? Would you rather not exist than have the shitty parents that you have? Do you really think that's a better world? I mean, if everybody has kids, odds are the parenting ability, and that includes emotional things like short tempers and things like that, is not going to be distributed evenly. You're going to have a lot more parents than you have highly emotionally ready, qualified parents. And while it can sound like a dodge when parents say, "You didn't come with an instruction manual," the point is, parenting is really hard. And odds are, no matter how hard a parent or pair of parents tries to do everything right, they're going to do something wrong, and that something wrong is probably going to end up becoming a defining point of their children's lives. At some point. Usually when they're teenagers, maybe after they go to college and start seeing more of the world. But at some point, the child's going to come back to the parent, either literally or figuratively, and say, "You fucked up because you didn't do this." And from the parent's point of view, all they can say is, "I did everything I could." And when you're young and angry and discovering the imperfections in your psyche and personality for the first time, it's real easy to throw that back in their face and say, "Well, it wasn't good enough. You should have tried harder." But as you grow older, you realize your parents are human. They were bound to get something wrong. And when you think about it, if they got like 90% of things right and only 10% wrong, that's pretty good, honestly. A lot of us come from imperfect homes. And I'm not saying that you have to instantly forgive your parents for everything they did wrong, either passively or deliberately, because you can't just produce forgiveness out of nowhere. It's a destination. You can't just say, "Okay, well, I can see it's wrong, to hold on to this, and I will just, there, I forgive." No. And neither should you forget. All I'm asking is that you recognize that even if they did a terrible job of raising you, they do still love you. And they are still your parents. And you're not going to get another set. So, you don't have to forgive them for everything. But remember that they were trying really hard. And in the end, that really does count for something. Maybe they fucked up, but their intentions were good. Most of them, anyway. Well, that's all from me for tonight. I'll talk to all of you nice people again tomorrow. Sorry for the glare on my glasses. And my poor camera work. Bye-bye.